We have a question from one of our patrons on Patreon, Jordan R. Duncan. And they want to know, Pride is so different this year for so many reasons, and people are bringing up Stonewall as a reference point a lot. What do you hope future generations will remember about this year in LGBTQ history?
This is the time that I hope the largest shift happens, where we as an LGBT community see that there are issues that are larger than us, that are bigger than us. And as we are still trying to fight for our rights, for equality, there is a whole nother demographic of people who have been oppressed, you know. And I know as gay people, we've been oppressed, but I've been gay and Black and a drag queen. So I'm like, I have a trifecta going on that has been working against me for years, that doesn't sit with the people who are trying to eradicate us, you know? And so I feel like this is going to be the biggest year for growth and change. Like, we're going to look back on 2020 as it being nothing but harsh reality lessons. It's a big mirror saying, take a good look at yourself, because this pandemic happened, sit your ass down, and all you're going to have is you and your emotions. Deal with it. Feel it. And people are going crazy because they don't like what they see. And it has been very revealing, very telling, how this has all panned out. No pun intended. But how it's all panned out during this time. Yeah, I think 2020, we're going to look back on this year and this Pride season and say, wow, yeah, we have a lot more work to do than just rainbows and unicorns right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shaking our butts and nuts.
Right.
For last Pride, I was in the midst of it all. I worked at this place, and I was doing security, and I worked, and I saw Pride up close and personal. And all they could do is shake their butts and nuts, and nobody really took a minute to be like, you know, thank God we could do this, and we're so happy that we've come a long way. So if it takes all of this to do that, that's fine. Because next year, I'm going to be shaking my butts and nuts, but I bet you I'm going to know what I'm celebrating for.
That part.
Big change this year that we can all come together and celebrate next year, but it's going to take a lot of work.
A lot.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
White people, we're going to have to wake the fuck up, recognize our privilege, and not be afraid to talk about difficult things to talk about and come together and realize the shit that went on in our past in America is really fucked up, and it's time to change it.
Yeah.
It really is. And, you know, a lot of us are trying to do our part where Black Lives Matter is concerned and the NAACP and all that. But what I really want is for people to get really rooted and grounded in what they're fighting for, how deeply this runs. Like, it's just so complex and so many layers and years upon layers of this happening. And for a lot of people, it's just not on their radar. You know, it's just there in their suburbs or they're in the country, and wherever the case may be, they don't see it that way.
Yeah.
Everything's on Instagram and it's all fun because it's Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. So this stuff, this hard stuff that they're looking at is like, oh my God, we did that? Yeah.
Yeah. There is,
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. And I don't want, my goal is not for the white population to feel accused. Like, I'm not accusing all white people. I'm not saying that. Just like all Black people ain't cute. You know, like, they're not all innocent. You know what I mean? We got some vagrants and bad folks in our hood too. But it's just that when people have to they have to own their participation in it. It's hard to swallow. And it happens in the smallest of ways, you know, and you're like, oh, I'm not a racist. I have black friends. Or my girlfriend is black, or my boyfriend is black. That don't mean that you don't got a tinge, a little something in you. Not on purpose.
No.
It's just you don't know no better. You don't even realize that you're saying and being hurtful. And so that's what the awakening needs to happen. It's like people need to come to grips of how they're participating in this. So
And make in their own behaviors, thought patterns.
exactly. And it's like my family's mixed. You know, I have a white husband. My great nieces and nephews are mixed race, and it's like that has never been my thing. Even though we know that it exists, where we come from, I'm from Compton. We didn't hold that. We didn't. I was never brought up to feel resentment and hate towards anyone. My mother only taught me love and compassion for my fellow man. And what would Jesus do? You know, that was my mama. You know, and so I don't know any other way to be other than try to teach my teachings, you know, and my upbringing, because I know I feel better when I'm able to express love, and I know people feel better receiving it. So, yeah.
Now you've been taking care of your own mental health. You've been posting some beautiful pictures of butterflies that you've been painting. It's important for you all to have some self-care and artistic time. Tell me about your process and how you've been.
You know, it's funny because like I we have this place down here called Butterfly World, and Christopher had been like, I want to go to Butterfly World. I'm like, why? And I've been here for almost 30 years, and I have never gone to Butterfly World. So my little drag daughter Aisha was here, so we all said, okay, let's go to Butterfly World. We got to Butterfly World, and I was just like, oh, this is so beautiful. It's so cute. And then I left out of there inspired. So I'm like, I think I'm going to do a butterfly collection now of paintings. And so I started painting, and painting has just been so, oh my goodness, talk about calming and soothing and like giving me that creative outlet to just let some things go and wash over me and bring something beautiful into it. You know, it has been so good for that. And you know, at the end of it all, I'm going to turn this collection into coins because I'm going to sell it. So, you know, that coupled with a lot of cannabis. I have smoked more than I have since I was at your house last night.
All I'm saying is, if we could do the great chicken smoke out again.
Thank you.
And Chris got to be on the list, honey.
Okay. But I tell you, so we have been doing our own 32 blunt salute around here to keep our mental in check, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's also been a challenge because like when you're processing your own feelings and you don't want to and you're married, you don't want to shut your partner out, even though the things you're dealing with don't really concern him, and um, it's hard to like direct that energy and process that energy, and he's processing his own feelings as well during this. So it's important that we make sure that we check in with each other and communicate where we are in the process, because I never want him to feel like I feel some type of way, you know? Like, I know I got a good man. I know there is not a bigotry, racist bone in his body. This man comes from complete love. And all he's ever done and wanted to do was uplift me, which is a black man. You know, above his own career, he wanted to help uplift me because he sees what I'm doing as important and essential. So that speaks volumes, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a challenge, but we've been working through that, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier, you know, because it's forced us to grow too as a couple.
Yeah. And y'all are the perfect example of what's going on right now, which is a wonderful thing. Because, you know, I checked him out when he was up there. I checked him out.
I know you did. Everybody. Yeah, I was like,
Right.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Latrice, last but not least, it's nice to have all stars to sort of jump into and forget all of our troubles. Do you have a favorite for all stars this year?
Oh my God. Okay, I can't because they're all my friends. Like, I love all these bitches. I'm so excited to see like Juju B and Angina and Mariah. All of them, Alexis Shea. Like, I'm just so excited, and they're making great television. Like, that first episode was stunning. Like, so fun. Shade and like Mariah's performance.
Yeah.
She didn't even know a year ago that it was gonna be this timely. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, look at God. Look at God. It's everything happens for a reason. And I don't believe in accidents. So this is it's a different way of engaging with these seasons, like season 12 and All Stars 5 both. They're not touring, they're not getting to go out and meet the public or anything. So it's a little awkward and weird to celebrate them like this, you know. But they'll have their moment, honey. They'll have their moment.
Right.
I'm letting them go first, in fact. Y'all go ahead. Let me know how that works out, girl. Okay? I'm putting my mask on, girl. You ain't gonna get me.
Latrice, love you. We're glad that you're safe. Is there anything else that you want the viewers to know or encourage them to do?
Please, 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 please educate yourself on your next president, please, and get out there and vote. Educate yourself on racial injustices that have gone on for centuries in this country, and donate to these organizations, Black Lives Matter, the NAACP. All these things are important so they can have fund and funding to keep fighting for us and keep making these laws and changing the world. So yeah, and I love everybody. I do. I really do. And I love you. I miss you guys so much.
We miss you too, sweetie.
You have no idea, and I'm still waiting on my box, sis.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm gonna go through it. I'll be like, since we here on this pandemic, I'm gonna go through with Carlos, my assistant, is here today. So we're gonna get you together, Mama. Yeah, together.
To celebrate Pride when that box arrives.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
I'm gonna turn the lights on and off and make it like a disco.
We always do.
Latrice, we love you. Please give our love to Chris. Thank you for taking time for our special Pride episodes. And our heart is with you. We love you. Hey, Queen. How great to talk to Latrice.
Oh my God, the best. The best.
Such a
Miss
superstar.
her so much. Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah.
Everyone, we want you to have a safe and happy Pride, but we want you more than anything else to step up and be part of this movement. Black Lives Matter, and we all have to do our part to help end the injustice going on in our country. Whether that's you going out and protesting, signing petitions, contributing money, donating to bail funds. There's so many different ways that you can help. We're going to put links in the description below to a lot of different organizations that you can help support. Black Lives Matter. Happy Pride, everyone. We love you.